Thomas v. Guy and Ann Guy. If you're present on that, please approach the podium.
And we're dismissing sections 105.4 and 110.3 of the Florida Building Code.
So ordered. Let me give the clerk just a couple minutes here before we get started. Take your time. I want you to catch up because ma'am, your name, please?
Ann Guy.
Good morning.
Morning. My husband is right there.
Okay.
He's
Morning,
very
sir.
sick.
All right. Both of you have been sworn. Did you take the oath? Okay, thank you. Ma'am, we're going to go ahead and proceed just like we've done the other cases, so we'll go ahead and I think Ms. Leonard's going to be the first witness, and if that's the case, you proceed, please.
Officer Leonard.
My name is Rhonda Leonard. I'm a certified code enforcement officer for Charlotte County. 21961 Felton Avenue is zoned RSF 3.5. The owners of record are Thomas V. Guy and Ann M. Guy. On April 27th, in reviewing previous case COD-14-03066, I noted the property was sold to a new owner. I reviewed permitting and conducted an inspection at the address and noted the violations from the previous case have not been corrected and consist of windows installed with openings altered, a door installed with the opening altered, concrete slab at the front entry installed, a window opening blocked over, all without permits, a remodel including plumbing, electric, and some roof work without a permit, unprotected decking and soffit, broken window, damaged exterior walls, fence in disrepair, and excessive growth of grass and weeds. During the investigation, I took photographs of the property on April 27th, June 13th, and August 30th. These photos fairly and accurately represent the conditions I observed. I'd like to offer the photographs into evidence as County Composite Exhibit 1.
Ma'am, do you have any objection to me admitting those photographs into evidence?
No, sir.
Mr. Guy, do you have any objection? Okay, thank you. Then I'll go ahead and mark those as Charlotte County Composite Exhibit 1 and admit them into evidence. Please proceed, Officer Leonard.
A warning letter was sent to the owner outlining the violations and allowing 30 days for compliance with the listed violations. Follow-up inspection and review of permitting on June 13th found no permits applied for and conditions remained unchanged except the grass had been cut. Notice of violation was served in accordance with Florida Statute 162. The respondent was given 10 days to come into compliance with the listed violations. Review of permitting on August 30th found no permits had been applied for and the site inspection found other conditions remained unchanged. That concludes my testimony.
Thank you. Is there anything further from the county at this time?
Nothing further.
Ms. Guy, are you going to be the spokeswoman? Yes. Okay. Go ahead, please.
I took ownership of the property on March 26th, and when she went out in April, we had bats. You're not allowed to touch the bats from April 15th to August 15th. It took 2 weeks to get the bats out of there, and on Sunday we had somebody go in and clean out the bat feces, and we are going to apply for the permits. But we took this ownership, and we tried to get the one permit that's expired. We've called the guy several times, and he's not returning our phone calls. I think it's Dan Mossy. I don't know what to do about that, but we're going to work with Gilly Construction, and they're going to apply for our permits.
Did you just call the county, or did you go down to county to renew permits?
I have no contact. We have no contact, and this is the first thing that I've gotten is to come to court. We have no contact with the county. They haven't got in touch with us, or we haven't. And there's nothing we can do because the bats are protected from April 15th to August 15th. And then we had somebody go in there and relocate the bats, and then we had somebody go and get the feces out.
I'm sure that was a mess.
Yeah.
What was the name of the contracting firm?
Gilly's Construction.
All right, and have you signed a contract with them?
Yes.
No,
Well, they're gonna.
they're going to assist us.
I'm sorry, sir, would you approach up here because this is televised? We need the microphone.
Gilly Construction, their role is just going to assist us in pulling the permits. Physically, I'm not able to do that, so they're going to just help us get the permits squared away in line. And ultimately, what's going to happen is that the property's going back on the market. I was going to fix it myself, but my health is not allowing it. So we're going to have to sell it as is.
All right, you might want to check with the licensing folks.
Yep.
You know, with proceeding.
Now, the permit she was referring to was pulled by Mossy Construction by the previous owner, and it was to remove a structure. Ms. Lennon, I'm sure you remember the addition on the back of the house, and that's all that permit was for, to remove the.
That is correct. There was a room addition at the rear of the property with concrete slab, everything, which they obtained the services of Mossy Construction to demolish it, but they failed their inspection and never called it back in for another inspection. The permit then went to expired status, and since there's a contractor attached, it's been referred to contractor licensing and is no longer an issue in this particular case.
Okay. I was unaware of all that.
Anything further from the county?
Have we
Just-
heard from the county?
Just the recommendation.
What is the recommendation, please?
The county recommends respondents be found in violation of the code sections listed in the notice of violation, and from the date of this order, 30 days to apply for and obtain all necessary permits, then pass all inspections in accordance with the Florida Building Code, and bring the property into compliance with International Property Maintenance Code, or thereafter face a fine of $50 per day for each day a violation exists.
Mr. and Mrs. Guy, the county is basically asking me to enter an order giving you 15 days to clear the zoning violations and 30 days to apply for all necessary and permits and to pass inspection. I'm sorry, reading the wrong one. There are 30 days to pass all of the building inspections, so get the permits and all of that. Is that something you're going to be able to do within 30 days? How much time do you think?
We're going to pull for the permits this week. It's going to take several months. It's the doors, it's the windows. After the bats went out there, I mean, we couldn't touch it till the bats were out there, and we're going to eventually, my company, Seabreeze, is going to go in and do all the electrical and do all the plumbing, and then we're going to see if we can sell it back on the market.
If I
He got
could,
ill. He had pancreatic.
Your Honor.
Yes.
Just to clarify for them, it's 30 days to go ahead and get the permits pulled, basically, and like was mentioned earlier, it gives them 6 months after that to start going through the inspection process.
That's fine.
Oh, okay.
So you can do that? Okay. Sorry about that. On my agenda, I was reading the wrong line. All right, Charlotte County versus Thomas and Ann Guy, case 16-13-13, pertain to parcel 4022143590013. I find that the evidence establishes the existence of the charges set forth in the notice of violation. I'll accept the county recommendation as my order. That, based on what you've just indicated, should give you plenty of time. So no fines will actually kick in unless you.
6 months.
Okay. So, but if you do have any questions, along the way, please contact the county. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
God bless.
Okay. Agenda item F, State of Juan Rivero, case 16-1572. If you're hearing that case, please approach the podium. Name for the record, although I know you.
Pamela Joyner.
Okay. Ms. Joyner, we'll go ahead and proceed just like we have in the other cases, so if you'll just be patient with us, we'll get it going. County, ready to proceed. Your first witness, please.
Officer Leonard.
My name is Rhonda Leonard. I'm a certified code enforcement officer for Charlotte County. 2465 Starlight Lane is zoned RSF 3.5. The owner of record is the estate of Juan Rivero. On May 18th, during an inspection for complaint of high grass at the address, I noted the following violations of peeling and flaking paint all around the residence, unprotected soffit, gutters falling off the left side of the residence. A warning letter was sent to the owner, giving 30 days to comply. During the investigation, I took photographs of the property on May 18th, June 20th, July 12th, and August 30th. These photos fairly and accurately represented the conditions I observed. I'd like to offer the photographs into evidence as County Composite Exhibit 1.
Any objection to me admitting those photographs into evidence?
No.
Okay. Those will be marked as Charlotte County Composite Exhibit 1 and admitted into evidence. Need to stamp
This is going to be
on the previous.
60 days on that previous case that she's holding for.
Okay. Sorry, a couple of housekeeping details. Officer Leonard, if you please proceed.
An inspection on June 20th found the roof was now covered with a tarp and a dumpster in the driveway. The grass was ordered cut through the NPN process and the case was placed on hold. On July 12th, property record search found the property is still owned by Mr. Rivero, and a site inspection found the dumpster removed, but there was now debris of boxes, broken furniture, and assorted other items, and the grass nearing violation again. The notice of violation was served in accordance with Florida Statute 162. Respondent was given 10 days to come into compliance with the listed violations. Conducted the final inspection on August 30th, finding no change in conditions. That concludes my testimony.
Thank you. Anything further from the county?
Nothing further.
Ms. Joyner?
Yes.
You heard the testimony of Officer Leonard. Any thing you'd wish to offer in opposition?
I was appointed the personal representative to the estate in May 2016. We received an offer on the property and a buyer in June. Unfortunately, Tropical Storm Colin came through and the roof began to leak. So in order to try to preserve the property, we had a tarp placed on it and we moved. We didn't want mold growing in the house, so we had furniture and removed from the home, and neighbors, we're not sure who, dug through the dumpster and threw things out on the lawn and on the driveway. The dumpster has been removed. There is no money in the estate to pay to have the roof fixed, the lawn mowed. Last week, we were set to close on the property. After petitioning the court, receiving court approval, everything that the judge required from us, and so we were set to close and the buyer backed out.
What are the prospects of getting it sold from this point?
We have another buyer that's interested, although he has not put in an offer yet on the property. As I said, last week it was Wednesday or Thursday that the buyer backed out. So we are working on getting another buyer for the property.
Anything further?
No.
Any questions or anything further from the county?
Just the recommendation.
And that would be what?
The county recommends respondent be found in violation of the code sections listed in the notice of violation, and from the date of this order, a 2-year cease and desist order for any future zoning violations, 15 days to clear the zoning violations, and 30 days to apply for and obtain all necessary permits, and pass all inspections in accordance with the International Property Maintenance Code. Thereafter, face a fine of $50 per day for each day a violation exists. Abatement in the event of noncompliance, and costs of abatement to be added to the